was one of like the last school districts in the country to desegregate.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, they had their problems. I didn't really deal with much there.
Right.
I think I really was exposed to stuff in childhood as well.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was mostly white suburban, so you'd think you'd be exposed to those people when you. So you're saying when you were young, it was mostly decent.
Yeah.
The interactions. Okay. What do you think about bringing that up? This is a white guy's perspective. The segregation coming back in colleges and black-only spaces, right? You mentioned to be desegregated. We're moving back toward that. Under different guys, where do you line up on that? Do you think that's productive?
What do you mean?
To have black-only spaces, either in high schools or colleges, right, to label those things. Seems to me, as an ignorant white guy, it's kind of like segregating again.
I can see that. I think everybody needs their safe space to where they can go be their authentic self, where they can, really like vibe with other people that are, like them. I'm not saying like it should be like, oh, white only or black only locations or slots or stuff, but like, I mean, if you see black people gather in certain places, well, okay.
No, but those are policies. Like, those are actual policies. Like, at schools now, where they'll have black only spaces, which doesn't seem like that's really cool with that. We had it start with Mizzou, right? And there have been a few others in, so we just had the affirmative action ruling, where they said no, okay, because Asians were sort of suffering at the hands of Harvard and Brown. Where do you line up on that? Do you think that it's, do you think that that's an issue that anyone who would say, I don't think that categorizing people, accepting them by race, even if you disagree with them, does that make that person a racist who thinks affirmative action is maybe not the best?
So you don't agree with affirmative action or you're racist?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're a racist, but I mean, you should probably look at history to see, like, hey, why do we have affirmative action, and then what's the importance of it? Yeah. I mean, whenever you gotta realize, like, people, I've been hired in jobs before because they told me I'm black. Right. That's not acceptable. Right. So it's like, it's used in...
So that's affirmative action.
Sometimes used in good ways, sometimes used in bad ways. Moments like that, it's like, okay, cool, I'd rather you look at, like, my qualifications, see, like, hey, what is it that I do?
Right.
And see, like, okay, great, you're the best candidate for this, versus, like, okay, cool, you gotta go to black.
Okay.
So, I mean, it just depends on the role.
So it sounds like you're saying that maybe affirmative action is not a great thing if someone's just hiring you because of your race.
I think,
and that's all it does. There is nothing else about it. It's hiring people based on their race, right? And honestly, that's got to be a terrible feeling. I feel like, well, I feel like I've accomplished a lot. I would rather look at my accomplishments than just say I'm hiring you because you're black. That seems racist to me.
Well, I mean, part of the thing is like, I don't know if white people understand this, but it's like, black people just get looked over all the time. Where it's like, it doesn't matter what our accomplishments are. If you look at me on a piece of paper and a white person on a piece of paper, it's two different experiences.
Okay.
I've seen it firsthand in corporate America. I've seen it firsthand in universities.
So this is one thing that I think maybe can you maybe come to a place of with white people. Let's say I'm a white business owner. Okay. You just voiced displeasure, and I understand, with someone not hiring you, looking at two resumes because they don't necessarily, okay. But then you also said that it was kind of crappy that someone hired you because you're black. What's a white business owner to do?
I mean, here's the thing. It shouldn't have to be something that's a policy that's there. It should just be something that you're doing because it's the right thing to do. It shouldn't be like a thing of, okay, cool, I know I need to increase my diversity numbers, because that's normally what it is. I need to increase my diversity numbers, and then from there, we're going to hire black people. So it's like, no, that's just the right thing to do. Marry your customers.
What is the right thing to do to hire based on race, or just to hire based on qualifications?
Hire diversity. Have a diverse workforce.
But what if they're not the best person?
Hey, you can find like they say, Beyonce can find 14 black trombones. I'm sure you can find one black person to join your team. It's not that hard.
But somewhere there's likely a Japanese American trombonist who got screwed out of a job, was very good at it, just like Harvard and Brown, right? Who had higher SAT scores.
Which is fine. I mean, it's one of those things.
Are they racist?
I mean, it's one of those things where you know what you want. So it's like, okay, if you know what you want, then like.
But what if you don't want it? What if you just want the best trombonist?
Then do what you have to do.
Okay, so it sounds like we would find common ground and then hire the best person, do what you want, and it shouldn't be policy to force on someone, because that doesn't turn someone not racist. Like, a Klansman's not going to hire black people because of affirmative action, no matter what, right? But maybe someone else might hire you just because you're black, and that's a crappy deal, as opposed to your accomplishment.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I think that makes sense. I was trying to make sure that we are sure we line. And safe spaces we were talking about, that can apply to, like, black, white, gay, straight. I would assume that would also be kind of, as far as identity, intersect, all that. Those would be things that you're talking about. Yeah. All right. No, I appreciate it. I'm glad we had this conversation, man. Gordon, I know you got to go. Boy, it's like I'm sweating like a stuck pig here. So, no, I appreciate you taking the time. Thanks, bro.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this